Hello and welcome to today's 5 at 5. Thank you so much for joining me. This is the day the Lord has made and we rejoice and we're glad in it. Today I want to be reading from a very familiar passage found in Colossians 3, beginning with verse 1, and I'll conclude at verse 4. And it says, "Since then you have been raised with Christ. Set your hearts on things above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God. Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things. For you died, and your life is now hidden with Christ in God. When Christ, who is your life, appears, then you also will appear with him in glory." Colossians 3. I have really been thinking about what my heart is set on. Some people, their hearts are set on the next opportunity. Their hearts are set on a trip they may want to go on. Their hearts are set on a particular gift they're hoping to receive. Their hearts are set on maybe getting married or having children. Their heart is set on, it can be set on so many different things. I think it's interesting that we see in verse 1, it says, "Set your hearts on things above." That makes me know that there are temporary things and there are eternal things. And I think it is very important for us to consider and take an inventory, an honest assessment of what is your heart set on. I think also it's interesting that as we go into verse 2, it says in 1, set your hearts, but in verse 2 it says set your mind. Set your minds on things above. We hear it again, but this time instead of set your hearts, it's set your minds on things above, not on earthly things. So here, it's very clear to set my mind on heavenly things, set it on things above, that set it on the eternal. What is your mind set on? Are you thinking about, is it set on temporary things, things that don't have any eternal value? Maybe your mind is set on a show that you watch, maybe a reality series that you stick with and stay with. But our minds are to be set on that which is eternal, that which has eternal value, lasting, never ending. And so we have to consider, what is my heart set on? What is my mind set on? And then it says, "For you died, and your life is now hidden with Christ in God." I think that's also interesting. When the Bible says, and we're told that if we're going to follow Jesus, we have to deny ourselves. And I'm going to tell you that denial, depending on what you are denying, it will definitely feel like death. What have you died to? Or what is God asking you to die to? I think probably the number one is self. Dying to self, your dreams, your what you expected your life to be. dying to that self-will of directing your life the way you want it to go. I do believe God is saying, I've got something for you. Are you willing to die to the stuff you've come up with, your own ideas, your own plans, your own ways, for what I have for you? It says, for you died, and your life is now hidden. Where? With Christ in God. When Christ, who is your life, is Christ your life? Is Christ my life? When he appears, then you also will appear with him in glory. Meditate on this word and allow God to just speak the truth and show you the truth. Don't deny it. Acknowledge it. Accept it. And just say, yes, Lord, you're right. And I pray that if your mind hasn't been set on things above and your heart hasn't been set on things above, you have an opportunity to do that this day. Well, I pray that this word has blessed you, and that you will remember always that we are not blessed just for ourselves, but we are truly blessed to be a blessing. See you next time on the next 5 at 5.